we find the defendant guilty of involuntary manslaughter.
Jennifer Crumbley, the mother of Oxford high school shooter Ethan Crumbley, found guilty on 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. She is now the first parent to be convicted for their child's mass shooting. Jury making their decision after evidence showed that the boy's parents bought the gun used in the shooting and failed to report warning signs. Brian Claypool is a criminal defense attorney, and he joins me now. Brian, thanks for being here. Prosecutors argued that Jennifer, one, made that gun accessible to her son, ignored his mental health struggles, and declined to take him home when confronted with his violent drawings on the day of the shooting. Do you think this case is going to establish the standard of care that parents must exercise in situations like this going forward?
Hey, Todd, great to be with you. Absolutely. I mean, this verdict is a game changer in trying to prevent mass shootings in our country. This verdict sends a message to parents across the country that being a parent is a privilege. It's not a right. What do I mean by that? You have a responsibility as a parent to ensure both the safety of your kids and the safety of others. And there was a catastrophic failure by both parents here. There were red flags that were massive. I mean, who's buying a semi-automatic gun for a 15-year-old? What 15-year-old is calling that gun my new beauty? And then, Todd, this was shocking. There was a call in the day before the shooting that Ethan was looking for ammunition. And the mom, Jennifer Crumbley, gets that information. What does she do? She sends him a text message, LOL, hey, I'm not mad at you. Just make sure you don't get caught getting the ammunition. I mean, we needed this verdict. And I don't know if you know, but I'm a survivor of the Las Vegas mass shooting. And I've been saying for years, the way to try to prevent mass shootings is from the inside out. That means there has to be criminal consequences for those family members, those close to shooters who have information that there might be a shooting and they don't do anything about it.
Yeah, I did know that fact about your bio, so it really does give you an interesting perspective. Yeah. Also, everything that you just described, everything that I just described, if you were to use a word to describe that, it would be reckless. Well, that really is the standard when it comes to involuntary manslaughter. But that said, Brian, you are a criminal defense attorney. Do you worry that this could open the floodgates to, let's call them overly zealous prosecutors who end up charging parents for a whole new litany of things, not the least of which could be political? I hate to go there, but these are the times in which we live, Brian.
Yeah, Todd, I don't think so, because under normal circumstances, let's say, for example, you know, a minor gets a hold of a gun in a parent's home, parents aren't aware of it, and then that minor then goes up and commits a mass shooting. I mean, under those circumstances, parents are not going to be charged. Remember, the standard in Michigan was what's called egregious neglect. It's not just regular carelessness. It's a higher standard. And I think in most instances, Todd, it's going to be hard for prosecutors to prove up a case like this. I mean, you have to have multiple layers of glaring neglect. I mean, you also had somebody here see Ethan looking at videos of mass shootings the day before the shooting. You had a drawing where he's saying, I need help. There's blood everywhere. There's a drawing of a dead body. I mean, you can't get any more massive red flags than in this case. And I think if there's going to be other cases, they're going to have to be as solid as this case. So I don't think this is going to lead to an onslaught of frivolous lawsuits.
Brian Claypool, appreciate your insight on this. Thanks so much.
You bet. Thanks, Todd.